Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fourth episode of this podcast, all about content creation, the creators that make it happen, and the platforms that help us put it all together. I'm one of your four hosts, Zero, and I'm alongside Sparkle, Dobbs, and Parker. And all of you are live with Ryze. How is everyone doing today?
Well, I'm well excited. Like, I think I'm more intrigued on what everyone's gonna come up with, and I'm looking forward. What are you thinking, Dobbs?
Proper ding dang do, mate. Proper ding dang do. Having a great day. What about you, Parker, mate? How are you feeling?
I was good until I went into work this morning, but yeah.
Saying that, I was good.
I'm looking forward to this though. This should be good. I'm looking forward to this one.
Highlight of the day.
That's all I'm saying.
Can we get one thing out of the way? Why do you want to do your eyebrows all the time? Like,
Not all the time.
Why is it a thing?
It's just normal. Why right? So you tell me why you don't do your eyebrows, and I'll come back.
Because I've got decently shaped eyebrows.
Yeah, because I actually have model-shaped eyebrows, I've been told, many a time.
Sure, mate.
You should show that off in that TikTok fucking video.
What?
Smile. There's your eyebrow.
That one.
No, there's no.
Model face.
Right, the reason I do my eyebrows is just because, like, when you have nice eyebrows, better bone structure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, how bad are your eyebrows prior to doing your eyebrows?
They're all right. You know what I'm saying? They're not bad. They're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Yeah, but no. You've
Mess
obviously
my hair
done. But how bad are they usually? Are we talking like half your face is an eyebrow?
No, I ain't done them. That's what I'm saying. Oh, look what you've done to my hair now, Zio. Look.
Oh my god.
You can barely even see your eyebrows with your hair like hanging over.
Still. I'm telling you.
Can we stop talking about eyebrows?
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Boys, we got them.
If you do your eyebrows, okay, if you do your eyebrows, let's see some. I don't know, what can you put down there? Let's put some number. Just put ones. Just put ones in the comments. I want to see who actually does the eyebrows. I'm putting a two. Two if you don't. Mine's definitely going to be a two. But we are going in. They better all be twos. But we're going in with our usual moments of the week to start off the podcast before we get going with the topic this week. And of course, we're coming in once again with the trusty spinning wheel. Still here, still going strong. I'm quite impressed. Hasn't got a jacket yet. I will make it a jacket. But who's going first on the moments of the week? And it is. How is it always me?
I feel like you're rigging this to be you, just because you want that little spotlight on you.
That limelight. Mine's a quick one anyway. Mine's a quick one. It's a personal one. For those of the people that know me and speak to me, they will know that I've been out of work for a year thanks to COVID. And this week I started work finally. New job. I'm currently down as an assembly technician, so I'm in charge of putting the builds together on desktop servers, laptops, whatever it might be. And it's a progressive role. So the role is to move into systems and processes management for the company. So I'll be learning basically all the departments and making my way through, and then being in position to manage everyone once I actually understand how everything works. So yeah, I have finally started working after a year. Thank God. It's been an exciting few days. I've actually started learning stuff already, and it's keeping me busy. That was the thing. I was getting to a point, don't be wrong, love playing games, but playing games every single day with nothing else to do and not being able to go out ever gets very monotonous.
I feel like we need a little picture of you in work tomorrow. Put in
Ooh, okay.
Show what you do.
Yeah, so there will be down there. I need to actually remember which way I'm pointing.
It's
wherever in the middle.
It's not there.
There will be a picture right now.
On the other side.
Now.
Yeah.
Of me at work. So you'll see my little work. I'll just get someone to take a picture, or I'll do a little selfie or something. So you'll see a picture of me. But that's me. That'll be me. I have like a building desk in the middle. Large area where I can work and we do our builds. And then I've got two desks one that has my computer, and then one that has my testing PCs. And yeah, I'm just happy to be back. Happy to be back working and being active again in that sense. So it's nice to actually get out. But yeah, there you go. That's my moment of the week.
Congratulations, Leo.
Thank you so much.
Very nice.
I don't know if I need to applaud the fact that you've now got a job after a year, or that it's a bit sad that you've been at home for a year.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's right, Sparkle. Just
But then, no, but then I feel like
yeah.
a lot of people have been at home for a year anyway.
Yeah.
Like, even if
Yeah,
they're working at home, they've been at home for a year. It's just that the job that I was
Let's
in prior
applaud
to
that
this.
one, Sparkle.
I'm just
Let's
taking a
applaud
piss.
it, mate.
I'll
Yeah,
applaud
so
it.
just so the job that I was in before was a self-employed job that unfortunately collapsed upon pandemic, and yeah, that's the easiest way to put it. But yeah, back in. Round of applause.
Moving forward. That's what it is.
Bloody cheeky shit. But next on the list, will it go back to me again? Probably. No, Dobbs.
Dobbs.
That's it. No, my motto of the week is probably the hungover Saturday. The hungover Saturday. Woke up about 7 o'clock in the morning, and me and my mate, we looked at each other, gazed in each other's eyes. 5 seconds. Do you know what we thought about? Let's go out on the motorbike.
Shall we go get our eyebrows done?
Gazed at each other, asking how their eyebrows look. Perfect hungover morning.
No, so basically we just looked at each other and we're like, let's go out on a motorbike. We got motorbike out. Yeah, if you know the Bad Boy Chiller crew from Bradford, we saw him recording a video. My mate thought it was funny to fly past that motorbike, and he went flying through a garden fence.
Oh my god.
What?
He went
Please
flying through
tell
a
us
garden
you've got a
fence.
video of that.
No, I've got a video of me on the bike, but I haven't got a video of anything else.
Well, there we go.
Unfortunately.
Video of you on the bike. That's
You'll
definitely going
you'll
on.
see some lovely facial expressions. Lovely facial expressions.
That's going on then.
Eyebrows in the wind.
Is the crash through the gate on the Bradford Boys Chiller Crew MC?
No. Have you never
music
heard of
video?
It's Me, Fries on my shirt up, boss got Billy Bear, meaty side, my lunchbox. You never heard of that, no?
No, I only listen
No.
to Celine Dion. So
As if, mate. As if. Just farted.
fair play.
Nah,
Okay,
flip-
well, I'm looking forward to
flip
seeing the clip then. That's all I'm saying. I want to see the clip of you on the bike.
And who is
I-
next?
We'll go next. I would actually like to say I don't have the picture anymore, but I've been on a moped once, and at the end of the moped trip, my eyes were watering. It looked like I was crying so much, right? And it's because when we were on this moped, a fly went into my eye. Central London. I'm trying to get out, but also hold on to the moped. And I've never been on a bike before or anything. And all of a sudden, we stop at these red lights, middle of Central London, like 300-400 people at the traffic lights, and it looks like I'm bawling my eyes out because I'm shitting myself on the back of a bike. If I can find the picture, it will be in here. If I can't, but it was a horrendous moment. Never been back on a bike since. So next up on the moments of the week, Dobbs again. Oh, I swear, the amount of time.
You're on the wrong end of the
Rio.
fucking scale, mate.
Rio.
Dobbs.
Dobbs.
I'm just going to select one of you after this.
Leo. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There we go.
Bloody hell.
My moment of the week. It's been a long time coming. I'm sure a couple, definitely Zio's probably going to know what I'm going to say here.
Oh, now I know.
It has been a long time coming, and on Friday I ordered my PC,
Wee.
Oh.
which I cannot wait for it to come.
When is it gonna arrive? Or when
I
should
don't
it be?
know. I'm hoping it should be. I'm hoping this week, probably not, probably next week. They did say like 15 days, but I'm hoping.
Specs?
Now
That's what, yeah.
I've got a picture on that I put up of the specs. Oh, it's
I've
got,
just about thrown
it's
it
got
through
the
memory.
3070 graphics card. It's a i7 11700K overclocked. Liquid cooler. I think it's 16 gig RAM, I think.
Yeah, it will be 16.
Yeah.
I can read it out if you want.
We'll put it up on the screen anyway.
But yeah, I'll bang it up on the screen. It was yeah, it should be good. Spent a little bit more on it than I was expecting to.
Right. So you ready? What game are you looking forward to playing most first on the PC?
Counter Strike.
Ooh.
Now that's just because I've missed playing that game for so long that I just want to play it again. And I'm also looking forward to Rust because Zeo never shuts up.
Yes.
But literally, once I get that, that is going to be my console done with. I'm going full mouse and keyboard PC.
What about FIFA clubs?
Well, I was talking to Scott about this, and we were on
Space
about
Path header.
playing FIFA for PC and using a controller.
That's true. Yeah, you could do.
You don't want to do that.
But then nobody
Because
plays
he won't,
on
he,
FIFA PC.
because he won't get a console again. So it's always an option for FIFA.
Maybe could do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your PC anyway.
Well, I've got a new camera, new mic, Stream Deck. So
So it's all ready to go.
As soon as I get all that set up, I will be hitting these boys up for some OBS tips, and then get back to
Yeah, I need to
streaming
hit Spark
properly
Up as
again.
well.
Seals forgot to press live.
I am the sole source of knowledge.
I'm ready to go once I got the time. Hopefully this week. Just know my schedule now. But hopefully when he gets the setup, he'll put it in the setups channel in the Discord, which is linked below. If anyone that is interested, get involved in the Discord. There's lots of channels in there, but you will probably see Parker's setup. My setup is in there. Parker's current setup is in there as well. And I think we've got a few other members that have put their setups in there. So do get involved. Join up, have a look.
I will have a full new setup going in there probably
2 weeks' time, I think.
End of May. No, like the full gaming room setup.
Oh,
hopefully.
I look forward to it. Well, to round it off again, and I'm pretty sure this is how it rounded off. This is the exact order for 3 weeks in a row, by the way. For
Did
the
it?
rest of the week.
Are you sure?
I went first last time.
No, last time I went first, didn't I?
Well, Sparkle hasn't
I
been
got no
yet.
clue.
I did.
Because Sparkle ended it. Because I said this last time. Last but not least is Sparkle.
Mine's actually like a personal one because my cousin got married last Saturday, it was. But there's a little side story to it because he lives in Brussels, right? So because he actually lives there, he had to get married at like the courthouse in Brussels itself. But he got to stand on the same balcony that the Belgian national squad actually celebrated their third place on the World Cup on.
Okay.
So he was living life because he literally had the same pictures as like the national squad had for his wedding day, and because it wasn't well, we're still in COVID obviously, and we're not allowed to have like massive wedding parties or whatever. His way of kind of bridging that gap was just to invite everyone on like the grand the little, I don't know what you call it,
plaza.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So it was awkward as well, right? Because before, obviously, because he lives in Brussels, there's a lot of people that get married on Saturdays anyway. Like 15 minutes before him, another couple came out, and then 15 minutes after them, another couple came out. But for those two couples, I feel like there was maybe 20 people or something like in total just for them.
Yeah.
For him, I think we had over 200 people just in the little plaza.
Oh.
And so we were celebrating, and it looked so awkward for the other couples there because they realized like, I don't have any friends or any family.
No one.
Like, what are we doing? But yeah, it was such a lovely alternative to not being able to have that massive party, obviously, but then they still wanted to get married anyway.
Yeah,
And it's probably gonna be one of the last times I'm gonna see him for a long time anyway, because he's now gonna move to Singapore, because his missus is starting a job over there for a year, 3 or whatever.
wow.
So this has been like the big party that we had. So it's safe to say that a lot of alcohol was consumed, and I've been struggling for the last 2 days to just recover from that. But yeah, that's been it. And I'll get a picture of him. Well, maybe, I don't know, on the balcony anyway, or me with him on the screen anyway. But yeah, that was about it.
I was thinking this when I saw a personal picture from you or your partner,
Yeah,
and I saw it, and I was like,
yeah,
because you said you're going to your cousin's wedding. I was like, how the hell? I didn't know specifically where the Belgian national team had gone, but I was like, how the hell have they got up? It looked like a cathedral.
yeah.
I was like, how the hell have they got a photo up on that? I was like, jeez. But that's actually crazy. That's
Yeah.
a moment. Now you just got to Photoshop them two in between the Belgian national team.
I could make that work actually for him.
That's the photo you're gonna put up. The Belgian national team with you guys. That's the one.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
What was
Yeah.
what was the thing you consumed the most this weekend, alcohol beverage wise?
up until the moment, I still know. There's been a lot of beer, and then the cokes came out, and I don't know. I can't handle like the stronger liquids. On beers I'm fine, but rum and coke, it does my head in. Like I can't.
Beers
handle.
are in your blood, aren't they?
Yeah.
As soon as you start hitting the spirits.
It's not from up north like us, Parker.
You have bloody WKDs.
No,
up
I
there.
do not.
WKDs and Alco Pops. What are you talking
I
about?
hope
I had one of
talking
them
to me.
since I was like 8, mate.
I hope you're not talking to me there, Zia.
Aren't you more north than Dobbs though? Yeah,
I don't know.
he's in that south part of the north where they're like WKDs
Me?
and Alco Pops.
Nowhere near. No, we're like 10 minutes apart or something. What do you mean? Like
But
20
you're more
minutes?
south. You're more south.
Oh, 20 minutes. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about half an hour more south than
Yeah,
what I am.
definitely
Yeah,
WKD
it depends how fast
territory.
you drive.
That raspberry and blueberry WKD.
See, I don't even know the other flavour of that. You're the one
I
who
was
knows.
about to say, you seem to know a lot about this, Zia.
I just remember seeing a blue WKD. I don't know if that's the flavour. It
Instills from
probably
young,
is.
mate.
Can we move into today's topic?
But
Because
today's topic.
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
take a
talking
while.
about WKD.
Today's topic is it's following on from what we talked about last week, which was the whole Warzone and the future of Warzone, blah blah blah. And this is going into future releases of 2021 and a bit further. And what are going to be the hits and the misses? Really, what are going to be the hits and the misses? So we're going to just talk about what's coming up. What's coming up this year? What is coming up? What's been announced and has been waiting to get an actual release date? So,
The big one, Battlefield.
oh, okay.
Do you know what?
Waiting for the release date for that.
Do you know what it is with Battlefield though? I feel like they're always banging games and they do well for a good while, but I personally get bored of them after like a month of it.
This one's supposed to be the biggest map they've ever released, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's going backwards, not backwards in the actual sense, but it's going back towards what Battlefield 4 was, and Battlefield 4 was like the
Battlefield
Battlefield.
4 was amazing.
Battlefield 5 was just
Such a good game.
Yeah, but haven't they been overdone by this point? The war games, like the in general, like the First and Second World War things. I feel like
I don't know when it is.
it doesn't really. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see where they set it because
Yeah.
there's been a lot of World War Ones recently.
And I feel like
not-
for them to do well, they have to bring something that can dethrone Warzone.
Hmm.
That's never gonna happen.
Well,
It's not
Unless
actually
they bring a
gonna
game,
announce
unless
what
there's a game
what
like
platform
Fortnite.
it's going to be released on.
No way.
I'm looking forward to Battlefield 6, but I'm the same as Sparkle in this. Well, Sparkle and I always played together. We played for a month, solid.
We
all played
smash it out.
Battlefield for a
We
month
smash it
solid.
out, and then I feel like we
And
always
then-
overdo it.
Yeah, it just reaches a day and we go, yeah, should we go back to this? And then we never go back to Battlefield ever again. Never go back to it. Just never gets touched. But I do love it for that month. I love Battlefield so much because I think it's such
The
a
big-
good tactical game.
Yeah.
The big question is
funny.
on Battlefield: are they going to bring their own battle royale version?
So, when Battlefield 6 is released, there's no official date, but
No, there's no official date. No.
they've said holiday 2021, but that
Yeah,
depends what holiday we're talking about.
That
really.
could be
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But I think it'll be end of the year. I think probably that's the way to put it, right?
Yeah.
They've said their free-to-play battle royale will be early 2022, and it's already been in the works for 2 years.
Right.
Now, I think, as we were talking about Warzone last week, I think that is the one to potentially. No. Has the potential. I'm not saying it will, because I can already see Dob
Definitely
shaking his
has the
head, so I want to ask what Dob thinks. I think that one has the potential to dethrone Warzone if they do it correctly.
Yeah.
They have to do it
definitely.
correctly, because if they don't, they flop, and it flops hard. Because
Definitely.
people will play the other battle royals. But I want to see what Dobbs is thinking because he's sat there shaking
There's
his
only
head.
one game that can dethrone Warzone in my eyes, and that's if they make another game like Fortnite.
Grow up.
No, look at the numbers of Fortnite and what Fortnite have done. If another game gets released like Fortnite, surely you have to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So, did you ever play Battlefield 4, Dobbs?
I was probably like 6 when that came out.
Exactly.
Fair point.
I played, no, the thing is, though, I've always played Call of Duty. That's the only thing I've ever played.
Yeah, I always did that until I played Battlefield 4, and then I absolutely smashed out that game because it was incredible.
Do you know what?
Such a good game.
What Battlefield has got going for them is that they're a massive company anyway, so they've got the resources to throw at the game to like make it something big. But I do agree with Dobbs in the sense that they have to absolutely nail it in order to even have a chance to dethrone Warzone. Because I feel like if it's a split decision, people are just going to go back to what they know and what they enjoyed.
Yeah.
And they're not actually going to swap over. And it has to be a free-to-play game as well, which it will be. But
Yeah, it is a free to play. The one thing that it has going for it, and it's the same. I think COD had going for it, for Warzone. They brought out Blackout. That was the old battle royale game, right? And it flopped.
yeah, it flopped.
Absolutely flopped. But they learned so much from it. They've said we learned so much from that. Battlefield also had their battle royale game. Battlefield 5 Firestorm. That was it. That flopped hard. So
Yeah.
if they've also learned from that and then they take on the knowledge and what they've seen from Warzone over the last year, they have that potential. They have the opportunity. And like you said, they've got the budget there to be able to.
Do you know what I
Smash
do
out.
think that they should have done probably now already is think ahead and like get to working on a new map already. Because if they can get faster map rotations in than Warzone can, I don't think Warzone will survive.
No, I agree with that.
Because
That's
that's
Battlefield as well.
yeah.
They've always had a good server
Yeah,
on Battlefield.
Yes.
Never really seem to get any problems at all.
Very good servers. Do you think
Warzone's very inconsistent.
their timing
in
could
that
be
sense.
poor? In the sense that they're bringing out Battlefield 6, and if Battlefield 6 loses that hype, will people want to be going back to Battlefield 6 Battle Royale?
Yeah, but if it's a free game, people are going to go to it anyway.
and I feel like they just have to promote themselves properly. Like they get the big streamers on it, and everyone's playing it regardless.
Yeah.
It's just
Big
what
Star will smack it up.
yeah,
That
but it's
happens
just
with every game.
yeah.
Every
You
game
know-
at the start always goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you said Fortnite, they would have to get another game like Fortnite. In what sense do you mean? Do you mean in terms of like the cartoon?
Yeah, cartoonated, building, all that sort of aspects in
Do you
one
think
game.
like the younger market is the market to then hit to be able to like smash Warzone out the way?
Yeah. There's probably a lot more younger gamers. Even on Call of Duty, you go on Call of Duty, there's younger gamers. You'll find way more younger people than
It is-
people over the actual age limit.
It
You know
is,
what I mean?
yeah, it is a proven concept though that the poppy
Age
collars
limit.
and all that do work. Like,
Yeah. Actually,
'Cause-
saying that, I died to someone with 2006 in their name, and I cried.
but I mean, like even Fall Guys did well, and it had its thing, but it was also just collars all over the place, and it was popping on streams and all that as well.
It did well because the
Yeah.
streamers like Tim the Tapman though.
Yeah,
Tim the Tapman didn't get a win. Kids wanted to beat him. Kids wanted to, you know what I mean? They were
That
aiming for the
became a
kids.
meme.
Mm.
Hmm.
I didn't mean age limit, by the way. I meant 18 and above.
shall we move on
Yeah,
to another
good call,
big
good
one?
call.
Yeah,
'Cause,
go for it. What's another big one?
the new Halo game coming out, Halo Infinite.
Okay.
Infinity or something, is it?
Yeah,
Halo
Infinite.
Infinite. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I've never actually played Halo, so I'm a bit on
Right.
the fence on this. But
I played Halo 2 and I loved it. It was a fucking great game. Now the only downside to this is if you don't play Xbox, you're not going to play it.
Oh, so Xbox only.
It's Xbox only. So if you don't play Xbox, you're not going to play Halo.
What about Microsoft, like PC?
It's
although
such a good game.
the Infinite one is gonna release on PC apparently, so maybe
Is
we'll
it?
be getting it now. Yeah.
Because I thought
Right,
it's
well,
Microsoft.
Yeah, you have to have the Game Pass. If you
Yeah,
have the
but
Game
they've
Pass, you get it
always-
for £1.
They've always been stuck
Oh.
to
Like all the
Xbox
Halos.
Halo series. But
Have
they,
you-
they are. Halo 2 was incredible game. It was so good, so good. But it's the fact it was on Xbox, and I wasn't just buying an Xbox just to play Halo.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
fair.
Have you played
don't
it,
know-
Dobbs? Before your
It's not
time
me.
as well, innit?
Halo 2 was
I've only-
before this time.
Nah, I've only really played like from Bungie and that and Ubisoft, like Destiny. Like that's the only game I really played from them.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ugh,
I've
Destiny.
played multiplayer Halo. I don't know what I don't know Halo 1, 2. I don't know when it was, but I always used to. I had friends that had Xbox only. I've always had PlayStation and then PC from like I've had PC since I was like 12, but before that it was always PlayStation. And I always used to have friends that were like, "Oh, I'm so much better than you. I can play. I'm so much good at FPS." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Trust me, I'm better than you at FPS games." Went on to Halo to play them, and absolutely smashed it. Played it once or twice, loved it. I thought it was a brilliant game,
Brilliant game.
and it reminded me of Unreal Tournament
Yeah.
in the sense that you can kind of like jump around, do the shot. It was a lot of fun. But then obviously I never had an Xbox, so I never played it after that again. Really,
Yeah, that was mine on it. But it was a great game when I
I
did
look
play it.
forward to it if they come.
Because I genuinely think that would be one of the games as well that will pop off on streams. Because I feel like the Halo fan base is such a hardcore fan base as well. Like you cannot argue with them over how shit the game would be or whatever. They'll genuinely hunt you down just to prove you're wrong.
Hunt you down.
And
What is your IP address?
yeah,
Who else has got to go on
I have one.
Go for it.
Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Yeah.
3v3 co-op game, tactical. Basically Rainbow Six Siege, but a different.
Yeah, they've sort of gone on from Siege on that one, haven't they?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it
it's just like-
zombies based?
I'm not too sure.
I think it's something to do with an island. It's like a tactical campaign on an island, but you can do it as a party of 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the aspects of multiplayer wise to PvP. I'm not sure what they've got involved on that. I'm not even sure if they have. I think it might
More
just
like
be
co-op
PvE. I think.
maybe.
Yeah, it's a tactical co-op game.
Yeah,
That puts your squad against deadly parasites.
Okay.
yeah, could be.
I feel like
Could be.
everyone's jumping on the zombie bandwagon.
Yeah. I mean, it could be an alright game as long as they don't release it at like the price of a normal game, with it only being PvE sort of campaign.
Or it better not be.
I've got to say this one though, Hogwarts Legacy.
Or
I
is that
had to
a
play
Harry
that
Potter,
one.
a
I
Harry
had to
Potter
say
game
it.
or whatever?
But I've got a little Dobby here. Look, hold on, can you see him?
Little
I've
Dobby.
got there's a little one here. There's another one.
Hogwarts Legacy.
We will put
Hogwarts
it up.
Legacy.
We'll put it up on the screen as well. There
Another
was a
one that I
reply
see.
to our Twitter as well from Giant Wench. He also said Hogwarts Legacy will be very popular. I reckon we'll put the little tweet up there. We did put a tweet out, and yeah, he said that as well.
Once again, though, it's one of those games that has a fan base
That was
already, so it makes sense in it.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not a gamer but you're into Harry Potter, you might as well give it a try.
I feel like most people are into Harry Potter, right?
If you're not, then
I don't mind it.
If you're viewing the podcast right now and you do not like Harry Potter, please leave, but leave a like below. Thank you.
Like and subscribe.
Far Cry 6.
Mm.
Now, have you ever played any Far
I've
Cry?
played Far Cry 4.
I played the Primal one, I think.
Far Cry Primal.
No, I enjoy Far Cry when they started bringing it more into the sort of open world sort of roaming. That's when I started to enjoy Far Cry a bit more. Definitely, it's not one of them you can carry on playing for hours on end.
Do you think that
it's quite nice just because the scenery, the graphics on it, it looks incredible. The game itself looks incredible.
Yeah, they have their reputation for like being the best looking games of every single release in it.
Yeah, that's the only reason I like going on it. Just for a few hours, just stand at the top of a mountain and just have a look out. Like, this is nice.
But do you think that game would do good on streams though, or do you think it's more of a thing that you can enjoy on the side? And
I'd say what's like saying.
Like, same again. Like Far Cry does have its fan base, but it'd be good for a variety streamer, solo streamer who likes to do playthroughs of games.
Oh yeah, YouTube playthroughs as well.
Yeah, which I think it would do quite well.
It's one of
There's
those
a lot
games.
of people on the Far Cry, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's one of those games I can play, and I really enjoy it. And I've got another game which I'll actually name now or in a second. I really enjoy it, but then when I stop playing, I rarely go back to them.
Yeah.
Like once I've stopped that sesh, or like I'll play it for like 3-4 days and I'm really loving it. But the minute I stop, I won't go back. And this is the same as, not that this is a new game, but it's the same as Red Dead Redemption when that new game came out. I loved it. The minute I stopped, I haven't been back to it. Yeah. And a new game that is coming out is Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn, I think it was.
Zero Dawn. Yeah.
Love that game again. This Horizon Forbidden West is actually set in the future, 30th century. And funnily enough, it's kind of related to all our lives at the moment. It's tracking down a global killer virus, COVID. But not actually COVID, but yeah, I don't know. It's another one of those games where I'm just like,
do you think it's because you lose like the traction in the storyline, so when you go back after a certain time, you kind of forgot where you left off, and you can't really be bothered to like get immersed back into the game, and that's why you're not going back? Or is it just because you're overdoing it and then you lose interest?
Ooh.
See, I think on games like that, to me, I'll have that times when I just want to play on my own. I'll have want to play on my own, and I'll sit there and I'll play a game like that for a few hours, and I'll be well into it. And then the next day I'll come on, or the day after that, someone might be online, and I think, you know what, I fancy actually playing with people today. Yeah. So that game sort of gets put on the back burner, and then you find it hard to come back because you've lost track of the storyline that you were saying, Sparkle.
Yeah. You see, story games for me, it's like Spider-Man. When Spider-Man came out, the hype around it. I played it at 2:00 in the morning. That were it. That was me done for the game. But it's only storyline games I can only play on at night time when I'm bored.
See,
when no one's awake.
Yeah.
Unsociable hours. Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
no one's awake. What we need to start doing is putting more of the story campaign co-op side. So at least it's more incentive to actually play the full story when you're playing it with someone else.
I feel like there's games that do that very well though, because it's a completely different game. But I feel like the whole Borderlands series is basically a playthrough,
Yeah.
but you have your 4 people with you, and you shoot
True.
people, but there's a lot of storyline within the game, and that's what they perfectly nail in that game, because you can still hop online with people, but if you don't feel like it, you can just play it by yourself and you can continue your own storyline.
Yeah, very good.
I think that with
Yeah.
Destiny though, Destiny's the same.
Yeah, yeah.
Destiny, yeah,
It's the
Destiny.
same.
That one. That's 2 games I would say that actually nailed it pretty spot on.
Has anyone got any others?
I
I-
do have.
I have one.
Go for it. Go for it.
God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, that is one of mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that.
I played the
I've
first
not
one.
played it, so.
Oh no, I played it. I played it with my mum.
I've never been a fan of the whole Thor Ragnarok shit.
It had such
I
a
don't
good
know.
storyline. It was one of the games where I actually played it through. Well, I helped my mum play it through. I didn't play it. I enjoyed it though.
I heard it's a very. What's the word? Graphically immersive game.
Mm.
Like it's very monumentous. Is that like it's very gargantuan? Everything about it's so
You're using big words to
big
put
and over the top. No, but that's like the way. It's one of those games where everything's just over the top, like
Mm.
huge gods and huge monster, and just everything is just extra. Like that's from what I've seen. I've only ever seen like highlights and like trailers and stuff. It's
Well,
just something I've never played.
The reason I think it'd be good anyways because it's in 2018. It got the Game Award in it for the year.
Oh, true.
Yeah, God of War. Never
That's
really
fair.
played it myself. Never really.
Nah, it's cool.
I've seen people playing it.
Yeah, I've seen
seen
people doing
clips
it.
of
Yeah.
it.
I've,
Always looked interesting, but I never actually got round to playing it myself.
Hmm.
But it does like a good game. It really does.
I've got another one for the whole group of us really, but it's not been confirmed yet when it's coming out or if it's coming out.
Okay.
But I feel like GTA 6 is going to be a banger.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a very streamable game because you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can bullshit people, you can just go roam about and basically do nothing all day, but you still enjoy yourself.
Especially with GTA 5, the roleplay at the moment becoming such a huge thing. They can
That
switch
is
that.
mad though, because there's people genuinely like working their way up in society, starting as a bin man, and then role playing a fucking bin man. Because imagine coming back from your normal job and then you hop online just to have another job.
Do you think though this has only become so big because of the pandemic and the fact people have time?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I don't get how you role play to that extent. Like, I don't get how people are like. I've seen a video of some guy pissing about. Right, he's there and he just keeps going into this shop and he keeps just smashing bottles and then he gets arrested all the time. But the shop owner is some woman, and supposedly she has that shop open real lifetime hours, 8 hours a day.
It's insane, isn't it?
Like, I don't get. What are you?
Right. No, but that'll be their job. That'll be the person's job, like actual job.
She's not getting paid.
No, because the servers are run by like your CMGs, so CMG will give them money to do that.
But
Okay.
I think the whole thing that made role playing that big is also big streamers doing it very well though. Like, because I can't imagine someone just coming up with the idea and then acting on it. But if it's not done well, nobody's gonna get involved. It's not for me. Let's see.
When that comes out though, that'll be a massive one for content, especially for streamers. GTA 6 will be massive.
But you see, does it take over Call of Duty? Viewership wise?
Probably for the first couple of months.
Yeah, because if you think about it, GTA 5 is still one of the biggest streamed games at the moment, and that's 10 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
And GTA 6 isn't confirmed date, so by the time it does come out, I doubt Warzone will be near the top. I'm sure there'll be something else up there by then.
Yeah, true. Everyone will be ready for that then. I mean, everyone's ready for it now, really. But I tell you what,
Xbox One, 6.
one game I'm looking forward to seeing. Probably won't play it. Is Returnal.
Haven't heard it.
Now it's for PS. It is for PS5 only, and it's actually out this month,
Okay.
end of this
Okay.
month, and it
And
is
what is it?
it's the biggest title to drop on the next gen on PS5,
Oh.
which is, I'm guessing, most PS5 players are going to be waiting for an actual PS5 game. Now it's based on, it follows a space pilot stuck on a alien planet and like in a time loop.
Hmm.
It's a third-person shooter, and it's like a sort of like a horror sort of game as well.
Okay.
But it'd be nice to actually see what it looks like and what the PS5 can
And
actually produce.
yeah,
Yeah.
a next gen game.
Yeah. Well, I'm quite looking forward to. I won't play it. 'Cause I'm not going to get PS5 now. I've got
Yeah, I'm not.
to get my PC. But it will be nice to see and see what it can actually produce.
But the only other exclusive PS5 game I've seen has been the Spider-Man Miles Morales, right? Morales.
That's
Nah,
not
it's
really
not-
been exclusive,
not
mate,
really
'cause you can
exclusive.
Is it
you can
not?
get it on PS4 now.
Oh,
God of
to be
War is
fair,
exclusive
I've watched
PS5.
the PS5 version of it, and it does look incredible on PS5.
Yeah, but I
See,
think
this Returnal is the actual first exclusive PS5
Hmm.
next gen game. That's it. So it will be nice to see. Definitely nice to see.
I've got another obscure one, and it's Gotham Knights. And I'm a big DC, Marvel, whatever guy. So I'm looking forward to it because it's apparently supposed to be like a. It is one of those playthrough games, so it has a storyline to it, but you can do it in a co-op sense as well. I think it's only 2 players though, so it's not up to 4 or whatever. But I think that would be something that would be nice to do a playthrough on YouTube or whatever, and maybe you'll see it pop up on one of our channels as well. Because once
Yeah,
it comes out, I'm definitely buying it.
You will definitely see it pop up on Sparkle's channel. Is what he's saying.
Links
I think
below.
another one that'll be quite a good one that'll attract all the fans coming back. The new Resident Evil,
The Resident Evil 8.
or known as Resident Evil Village.
Yeah.
I'm too scared.
I'm not a big
games.
Resident. I'm not scared of it. I'm just not a big Resident Evil. I
See,
haven't played much Resident Evil, so
I used to love Resident Evil back on like 1 and 2.
Resident-
Back on, I think it was
1 and 2. I think I'd 1. I think I'd 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. Maybe.
Is Resident Evil the umbrella company or whatever that's like behind it and all that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now this new one is the sequel to 7. It actually leads on from that, but they called it Village. Some weird reason
Okay.
on what the game's gonna.
Question, because this is my take on it. Like the Fast and Furious film series,
Hmm.
has Resident Evil also just continued to just overplay this series? Because I think Fast and Furious now it's on like 9 or whatever it is, stupid. And I don't know, Resident Evil, is it also a bit?
They probably will just carry on because they were one of the sort of first games to come out with the old zombie.
Have you played it? Is it still?
playthrough. I played Resident Evil 7 on VR.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an experience that you don't want to see. But it was good. It's definitely changed a lot. It seems a bit slower paced than the first probably 2, 3. But the graphics and the gameplay, it's definitely come on a lot. Definitely come on a lot. But it'd be interesting to see the new one. See where they go with it.
I'll answer your question though, and I think that like the Fast and the Furious series, should they stop if they still have viewership? Should they stop if they still have a player base? I think they're going to continue as long as people keep on buying the shit.
That's money in their pocket, innit?
they'll have the hardcore fans that no matter what will still buy the
Yeah,
game
they
and
follow them everywhere.
and just play it. Like, I mean, FIFA's massive. I hate FIFA
I
this
still
year,
buy it
but
every year.
I would still buy FIFA next year.
Yeah.
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 It's one of them, innit? Where people they might hate Resident Evil 7, but they're still
Yeah.
going to buy number 8.
Because if you think of it, FIFA's the perfect example for this, actually, to like prove your point. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I literally buy every year. So.
there's also no change in, well, 1 year the fucking clusters are shit, and then the other one they're overpowered again.
Yeah.
And
And to be
the-
honest, it's the same as COD and Battlefield.
Yeah, yeah.
War.
Although
Yeah.
Call of Duty did change it up with those fucking stupid double boosts when when flying in the air and all that.
Advanced Warfare.
That
Oh,
that
That
one
was sick. I enjoyed that.
I
did
like
enjoy
that.
Advanced Warfare. I did enjoy Advanced Warfare.
Ugh. Nah.
The amount of crates I watch, I get the speakeasy. Oi, 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 oi.
I'm gonna go
Speakeasy.
for an out of the box future game as well. Out. Yeah, I'm gonna go for another niche potential. But I'm a bit of a fantasy nerd anyway. Lord of the Rings, Gollum.
Yes, no, I looked at that. The thing that slightly put me off it is the fact that they've just gone Gollum.
Yeah. Rather
Now
than
that's because I love Lord of the Rings.
I
Now, I
love
remember
everything
playing
about it.
on PS2. I think it was.
Oh yeah, I played those games as well.
Was it the Two Towers where you could do
Yeah,
it
the
as
two
a
towers. You can
co-op?
go Aragorn, Gimli, or
playthrough?
Legolas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant
Best.
game.
Who did you go?
Incredible
Mate,
game.
these are games
Me,
that I don't even
Aragorn.
think Dobbs was alive when this came
Oh, I played PS2.
out.
I
Aragorn
did.
was my go-to guy. He was just a beast.
So you went with Aragorn,
Yeah.
Sparkle.
I had to be Legolas because I didn't have the PlayStation 2 myself, so I had to always go over to a mate, and he was always Aragorn, so I had to play Legolas.
See, I was always Legolas, and then I went and did it as Aragorn, and then I don't think I ever played as Gimli.
I went through it all. I went through it all as each character.
Not sure I ever touched it.
Oh.
I love that game though, but
Yeah, so
I'm
good.
excited for it because I don't think anyone's
Yeah.
fully ever paid attention to the Gollum story.
No.
And it will
But
be
yeah,
interesting to see how they interpret Mordor. Because you think about it, no film, no game has ever really focused on like. Actually, no, there might have been a game called Mordor. I think. Oh, Shadow Mordor.
Shadow of
So
Mordor.
kind of. That was actually a really good game. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But this would just be interesting to see it from such a different point of view.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it could be.
Yeah,
could
it
be
would.
terrible. It'd be nice to see.
Yeah, it'd still be nice to see. A Lord of the Rings games are always going to be watchable for me, anyway. I've got one. If anyone has a Nintendo Switch, the new Pokemon series.
Yes.
Pokemon Swap, I think it's called, right?
Isn't
Now,
it Snap?
There is a Pokemon
Oh.
Snap, but I think that's
There's-
like a photography type.
Yeah, there's
thing. There's Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus.
they've
that
got
one.
two coming out as well. Is it Pokemon Pearl and Diamond? I think.
Oh, and that, yeah.
Haven't they already done though, like on Game Boy?
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
these,
now they're redoing it on
They're
the
doing it on
Switch.
Switch.
Yeah.
Oh,
redoing it
yeah.
on Switch.
Arceus is a completely new open world game.
Yes.
That's the one.
Now,
I'm
I was looking at this and I was like, do I buy a Nintendo Switch? Because I did like Pokemon.
Pokemon's
Right, I'm not gonna lie.
always
Hold on.
be-
Unpopular opinion. I hate Pokemon.
Yeah, okay, we're ending the podcast there.
It's been a good
Well,
run. We've had fun.
Now,
There's only one
there's another
Pokemon
that
I've ever
caught
played.
my eye as well. Another one for Nintendo Switch users.
What's
Zelda.
Mm.
Zelda. I enjoy. Zelda's
Wow.
one of those ones I can just play like chill by myself.
Oh,
It's
I
another
used
one of those
to-
ones. That just...
I want to.
Nintendo 64, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Well, that
I
game's
want to
fun.
come back to the fact that Dobbs doesn't like Pokemon. And do you think that maybe it's more of a thing that we grew up with than
Yeah.
and like when we grew up with it, it was like the
Well,
big thing, and it probably would arguably. I still think the older generations of Pokemon is definitely a lot better than what the shit is now.
Well, because
Yeah,
now look at the
definitely.
trading cards become such a big thing with like
Yeah,
the
but yeah,
our generation
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Like with our
That's all-
generation, that's become huge. How much?
that's all you ever seen. Like when we were younger, it was
Hmm.
Pokemon trading cards were all over. Everyone had them in school. What have you got? What have you got?
Or Beyblades.
Always, yeah. Oh,
Fucking, I remember them. Not that old.
So instead of Pokemon, what were you like? A Digimon fan?
What the fuck is that? Nah.
I know
Pokemon-
people watching this remember
Pokemon
Digimon.
wasn't my shit. Like,
yeah, I
Hmm.
remember Digimon.
I love
little
Pokemon. Pokemon's
monsters.
brilliant. Cannot wait for that game. I think that will be a big hit. I honestly think that game will open world. Like
Yeah.
think how Pokemon Pokemon Go. Everyone started getting backpacks and going on the road and doing the IRL streams and
Mate,
walking
did that.
around.
you had people with fucking bikes with like 7
Yeah.
things, 7 holders for their phones on there.
Anything Pokemon will be a hit. That will be a hit. Hands
Yeah.
down.
Definitely.
Definite hit.
Pokemon Go was good. I liked Pokemon Go.
I know Sparkle and I used to text each other all the time whilst we were like at work or on the way back from work or outside. And we're like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just walking I'm just catching some Pokemon on the way back from work. I'm going for a run to stay healthy. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going for a run to catch Pokemon."
Yeah, it was a great way to get people out the house and actually doing
Yeah.
something.
I actually started going out more. Saw the sun.
Went out to
A
the
lot
club
of
to
people do.
catch some Pokemon.
Where you off to? Yeah, I'm down Croydon, mum.
You
Say
say you're off to the
double.
gym, but it's actually down end at corner at park. You
No
actually
joke.
you're
It's
There
a
was
bit-
times I
in the
went
gym.
out
Going down
at
to
like 11,
going down to
11
fucking
p.m. at
Ash's
night.
gym.
No. I went out 11 p.m. at night. I'll be like, going out. She's the way. Well, what do you mean you're going out? Oh, I'm going out for a walk. What do you mean you're going out for a walk?
Just to go spin that little shop.
Catch Pokemon.
The peak time of catching certain Pokemon is between 11 and 2. Obviously, I'm going out.
Everyone knows that's the time.
Need to get that ghastly in, innit?
What I
Yeah.
have noticed about coming out this year is a lot of remakes.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. I've got one here. I know there are a few. I've got one because it just rang up, and I was gonna ask, and I was gonna kind of link it to what we were saying about the Resident Evil 8 thing. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is coming out literally in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
I understand why they're doing it because there's a lot of next gen consoles, right?
Mm.
And they're trying to remake it so that it's got a fresher look. And I am also a sucker because the Ratchet and Clank remakes, I've bought every single one because I think Ratchet and Clank is brilliant. But
Mm.
should they also just come up with a new game rather than remake an old game on a new, like with newer graphics and next gen? Wouldn't it just make sense just to put some effort in and make a new game on the next gen?
Yeah.
Coming back,
Well, they've done it with
coming back to
Prince of
Ratchet
Persia
and
as well.
Clank, you know, I feel like it has lost the charm that it still has for us. Because the thing for me was Ratchet and Clank, you had to play with someone else, and they'd come over to your house and you'd play the game together.
And you play Ratchet and Clank, yeah.
Exactly. So you'd have the two of you there, you're playing together, you get mad at each other because someone's fucking up or whatever. That was the whole charm of it. Whereas now, I go online and I find another fucking Clank, and when I don't like him, I kick him out, get another one. It's fucking stupid. Like
You're a shit Clank.
I'm obviously gonna be Ratchet because I don't want the fucking randomer being Ratchet.
Who is actually searching to be Clank? Who are these people in life?
Beta males.
I want to put up. I want to put up a line of people who are playing Ratchet, and then just like the small little box of people that are playing Clank.
Basically, the people playing Clank are the ones that don't have the console at home. Those are the ones that have to go out and play with someone else, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, okay, I'll be him then."
They have to go to their little internet shop. They're just all a bunch of Clank players in their internet shop.
No, but
Yeah, I don't know
do you get
about
what I mean?
remakes.
Like, I wonder what it is like for kids nowadays to like have a console, because everyone just plays online now anyway, so you don't really have that
Yeah.
need or that feel with
Yeah.
people coming over just to play a game.
Well, Dobbs is okay. Dobbs as the younger one. No, but as the younger
Yeah.
one, because we've all grown up where there wasn't the same online experience there is now. Do you ever have people around to come play like a co-op game with you, or you just talk to them online?
Well, it
Like, is that
depends what
what your
game.
experience is?
Like, I don't know. If we're having, I don't know, it's lads' night or something, we'd all get on pro clubs, but I guess that's not really like.
But would you
Yeah.
ever have
It's not really. It's not the same experience as it used to be.
would you have someone come over just to play FIFA against you? Wait, did you
No,
get
I think
that?
your mic. I think
Yeah.
your mic cut out there.
No. I ended up chinning the bastard.
What we used to do, me and my mates, when we were younger, we used to have a Nintendo 64. So we used to play GoldenEye. We used to put paper down the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
And we used to have 2v2, so you couldn't see the other screen.
Yeah.
Wait,
It was
that is
fucking
actually
brilliant.
something that we did with like Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2 back then. But have you ever heard of? It's like cool math games or something. Have you heard of like cool math games? Are you too old for that? Basically, Water Girl, Fireboy, or something like that. No. You
No.
both play on the same keyboard, so like use WASD, forward, backwards. And it's like a game where you have to get to the end and achieve something, but you can only use certain characters for certain parts. Cool game, pretty fun. You've never played it before?
Never.
No.
Wow, you make me feel like a fresh fucking baby or something. What's going on here?
Not without my eyebrows.
And he's gone. Oh, we've lost him.
I was thinking one other. I'm trying to think. I've got two other games here. Three other games. I've got three other games. One is a good genre of mine. Probably one of my favorite genres is open world MMO RPGs, and it is Amazon Games' first major production, New World. And it is to be released 31st of August. It has a delay because it's supposed to be 31st of March. But thank you, pandemic. But I am very much looking forward to that because.
Can you give like a little overview on what it should be? Because if not, I can help you.
You can help me.
I've looked into it, right? And basically, like the whole idea behind the game is that there is like a dark force on the world that you land on, and everything kind of gets sucked into that, and now you're trying to fend off the darkness within that world. Like you have to be better, and you have to fight off the new world that's coming for you. But I'm wondering like what the whole story is gonna be like there, because they've not released that much yet.
They've kept it kind of a bit hush hush.
Yeah, which kind of builds on the anticipation, in it.
I'm looking forward to just leveling a character, like being able to go into a game with someone, like we used to do. We used to do it with Guild Wars. Go into a game, select a character, you select a race or whatever it is, a race or a profession, and then you just level your shit up, get your skills going, and then you just work a campaign together.
Yeah.
Like you work.
Yeah, I like games like that.
Missions together. You do the bosses together.
It's like Neverwinter.
I miss that. I cannot like it like kind of like what World of Warcraft kind of is, but I never clicked with World of Warcraft.
No, I never.
It was too, and maybe it's the same reason I'm not a really big fan of Fortnite. It was too cartoony for me. It was just too cartoony. I just never clicked with it.
I also felt like World of Warcraft had too much going on. Like to be good at that game, you have to be clicking 20 buttons at the same time and in the same order. And
the bars at the bottom of that game is like so long of just skill, passive, and it's like what the hell.
Did you ever play Elder Scrolls? I don't know if that was just console.
That's
no, I never
Elder
really
Scrolls
got into
Online.
that.
Yes, Elder Scrolls.
Well, Elder Scrolls, and then Skyrim. Skyrim was the
I know, played
Yeah.
Skyrim.
Skyrim, yeah.
loved it.
Yes, yeah, I love that
Absolutely
sort
loved
of
it.
game, and
And then Elder
I would
Scrolls
like to
6.
make- See, if you try and go back to something like that now, everyone's well too advanced in the game to
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, you
get
won't go
into it.
back. But
No,
Elder Scrolls 6, even though this is one of these games, I've got 3 games that are not actually, nobody's given a date. Nobody knows. But Elder Scrolls 6 is one that's been in production for about 6 years already. And it's still not got a date. But I think that is one of those highly anticipated games.
yeah,
And I
Yeah,
could see that
definitely.
being a big hit. I think Skyrim smashed it. And if you think how many people go back and still play Skyrim and are doing playthroughs on YouTube, I don't know what it. I will actually look right now, just out of interest, how busy Skyrim is at the moment on Twitch, for example.
Wait, can you actually? Oh, no, I'm gonna say it. No, you can find out actually.
So at the moment, it's still got 5,000 viewers, which isn't crazy.
no.
But then
it's
for a
still-
game that's, I don't know how old,
yeah, it's all that game.
and I know I see playthroughs on YouTube. I think Elder Scrolls 6, when that comes out, there will be so much hype around it because it has been so long. And every single time, like the big events come round, the big gaming events, it's one of the first things gets brought up every single time. Do you have an update on Elder Scrolls?
Yeah,
So
I'll definitely be all over that one when it comes out. Be playing that. Definitely.
I want to quickly touch on something here, right? Because we've talked about like upcoming games and like if it would do well on Twitch or well if it will do well like content creation side. Talking about Skyrim now, like how it's on 5K views, for example. Do any of you think that if you're really good at that game and you still enjoy it and you still can create content on it now, would you specify your whole channel on being like the best channel within Skyrim then? Because at the moment, Dan's Gaming's live on there now. He's got 3.1k viewers. So out of the 5k viewers that Skyrim now has, he's got the majority of it. Do you think that's a good route to go with your channel if you're enjoying a game like that, or do you think it's more about playing like a more popular one because you'll have more viewers interested into that?
If you're really into that game and you're putting out good enough content, I would consider pursuing that game solely because you're going to get your hardcore fans for that. As you see him now, he's sat on 3.1k views on Skyrim. So you do get your hardcore fans, and if he's putting out good content, he's going to keep them.
I
But
think
then-
if you dominate a game and you know a game inside out and you're enjoying it, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if you're not enjoying a game,
Yeah,
regardless of whether you're good at it or not, if you're not enjoying a game, the people watching you, whether it be on YouTube, Twitch, wherever it may be, if you're not enjoying it, people know. Because it's
yeah.
so easy to tell when someone's just playing it and they hate it.
But
So
then
if you play it, great.
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, if you play it and you're enjoying it, brilliant. If you are dominating at it and you can like take over that market, regardless of how old a game is, like if you look at, I'll name other game, Dark Souls, you
Yeah.
get some people doing that. Is it Diablo?
Yeah.
Diablo's another one. RuneScape, like old school RuneScape.
That's
Old
still
school RuneScape
popping though.
especially. It's not popping, but every now and then, if you look on certain days, there's people that play it that only play RuneScape, and they're not just playing RuneScape; they do RuneScape in a particular way. Like they have a way of doing it. So if you can find
Yeah.
a new way as well to bring the game, I think you can. But it's very very specific. You're finding a very niche market, and you've got to make sure that you.
But then, do you
Yeah.
think that if you do that, it's harder to branch out to other games compared to if you're just hopping along with the more popular games at the moment? People kind of already expect you to hop over.
Depends, yeah. It would be harder. I think if you went and built a community based around one game,
Mm.
you'd find it very hard to move. Like, look at Ninja as a primate. Ninja plays Fortnite. Ninja is a Fortnite streamer.
Yeah, he's now doing
Okay.
League of Legends or something, isn't it?
He still plays other games, but when he plays other games, he drops off so much because they know him as a Fortnite streamer. I'm not saying the numbers he gets when he drops off aren't incredible anyway, but he drops off a lot when he's not playing Fortnite. So I do think if you build your community around that, you make it hard yourself.
But then, in the grand scheme of things, let's say I take a year or whatever, like for example, I take a year, I build up a community on one specific game, and I get, let's say, 500 viewers every single stream, which is already a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. And then I transition over into other games that I still do enjoy, and I get maybe 50 views, which will still put me probably top of the list on any game at the moment. Do you still think that's a viable path for anyone to take, to like bang out one game and then build your community there, and then kind of take your losses as well, but then become bigger and better from there because you've ventured into more things?
You're going to get your loyal viewers, aren't you, in the community? If you're going that big on one game, they're tuning in every day to watch you stream it. You are going to get your loyal viewers in your community because they're there to watch you, not necessarily the game. Like, you'll get a lot of people doing that. So whether you're playing the game that you've built it on or something else, you will still have a select few viewers that are going to follow you and watch you anyway. So it just depends how you change to go into that game and what you want to do.
I would say it depends on the game as well. Because if you build your community around a more popular recent game, like Parker saying, once you build that community, they're there for you. They are more likely to follow you to another game if it's a more recent game that you built that community on. If you're someone that's playing old school RuneScape in a very particular way, the fan base and community you build is probably very much focused around old school RuneScape because that's how they found you.
Yeah, but let's say you're not playing in a very particular way. You're just being you on a normal on RuneScape. You can transfer that over, that being you, to any other game, and you'll still have that initial fan base regardless.
Yeah, I think you'll always have that core. There'll always be a core around you. But you just got to take the hit. I think you just got to take the hit if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you got to be aware of it as well, because that's what I think a lot of people will struggle with. If you have like a big fan base, you'll always be forced to go back.
Yeah.
Whereas it would probably be better for you and better for your content in the long run if you kind of take that loss initially. But then rebuild on other games, because you can do whatever you want then, and you're not forced to sit on one game. But yeah.
Very good question.
I took that a bit off topic, but
no, it's a good question. Very good.
Because
we'll have to look into that a bit more and maybe discuss it on maybe a future podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Based on that sort of thing.
Because the whole idea of this podcast was probably to give people ideas on what they could be streaming or doing playthroughs on or whatever on their channels.
Yeah. I think that's one thing. Let us know what you're looking forward to below. I would say let us know in the comments what games you're looking forward to, if it's any to mention. Maybe we definitely missed out a lot because we can't name every single game.
And maybe even answer the question yourself. Do you think it's better to build a fan base on a smaller game and then transition over, or would it be better to just grind it out on a popular game?
I think let us know.
I don't know.
Let us know. Like and subscribe as always. And I think we've summed up that topic pretty well, to be honest. I think that's probably a good question to leave it on.
We've absolutely smashed it.
Definitely.
A good question to leave it on. Well, we will be back again next week, next Wednesday. Not sure what the topic's going to be yet. It might be heading down a more Twitch route in terms of affiliate journeys and paths. just to get, as we've all been there, done that, and I'm sure we've seen a lot of ups and downs and pros and cons and the good and the bad. So it might be looking down that route. But yeah, that is it for the four of us for today. That is a goodbye from myself, Zio, Sparkle, Dobbs, and Parker.
It's been your boy, Dobbs.
And all of you have been live with Ryze.